Hi, I'm Gabby from Ray Studios, and today I'm going to be talking all about the newly released camera from Sony, the A7R Mark III. Now, of course, this is not the A7R Mark III, this is the A7R Mark II. The A7R Mark III just been released somewhere in New York. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about the differences between this camera and the newly released A7R Mark III. Now, I'm going to be dividing this video into three categories. First, I'm going to be talking about the physical upgrades, then about the photography upgrades, and then the video upgrades. About the physical upgrades, there is going to be now a thumbstick somewhere around here, and this can be very useful, especially for people who used to shoot in DSLR, professional DSLRs that have a thumbstick, like the 5D series from Canon, most of the professional cameras from Nikon as well, they have the thumbstick, so you can navigate and do stuff with it. In my personal experience, it might not be very useful for me because I've been shooting on Sony for quite a while, so I'm not used to use the thumbstick for a long time. So, well, that's actually one of the upgrades. Another upgrade they have now is dual SD card. Instead of just having one, now you're gonna have two SD card, and that's really a major upgrade for professional photographers, especially for people who do weddings and events, who only have only one chance to get that shot, and if your SD card fails, well, you're in big trouble. Having dual SD card will solve that problem. Another very important upgrade, and something that I'm very psyched about, is the bigger battery. Now, this battery right here, this lasts just about nothing. It just goes, like, especially when you're shooting video at 4K, you just run out of battery like nothing. It's gone like after a few minutes. So being able to have a bigger battery, well, it is a massive advantage on this kind of camera. The other physical upgrade is going to be on the screen. Now you're going to be able to touch to focus, and I'm hoping that you can touch into the menu to navigate the menus. That might also make it a little bit more easy to go through this very kind of complicated menu. Now on the photography upgrades, now this camera will have the same 42 megapixel, not this one, but the A7R Mark III, but it is said that the pixels, they're going to be better. So you might have somehow better quality. Really, we'll have to wait and see, test it out and see how much of a better quality you're going to have. But in my opinion, I don't think that's a really big deal. Where it is a really big deal for photographers, it's going to be the 10 frames per second. If I believe the newly released Nikon D850, which is supposed to be amazing camera, with the battery grip on, it can go up to 9 frames per second. So the A7R Mark III is going to be even better than that. So that's pretty badass. So photographers should be very happy about that upgrade. Another maybe somehow related upgrade to photography, especially for product photography, is going to have a pixel shift. It's some kind of new technology that improves the image because the sensor kind of moves around and get the pixel, and I don't know, we have to test it out and see it again, but it only works with non-moving subject and on a tripod. So I get that will only benefit product photography, mostly. Now let's jump into the video upgrades. Here is the part where I'm most interested about. And the one thing that maybe everybody should be excited about it, and not just about video, but about photography as well, is the 15 stops of dynamic range. Now everybody is quite excited about dynamic range because it's awesome. I mean, what could I say? I love to have more dynamic range. Another great feature that it's going to have both photography and video is a much better AF. It is getting closer to the AF, the autofocus that you can find on a A9. So that's a pretty good upgrade. And another upgrade that is going to be for video is that now you're going to be able to shoot slow motion. So with this camera, the A7R Mark II, you can only shoot 1080p at 60 frames per second. On the A7R Mark III, you're going to be able to shoot at 1080p 120 frames. That for me is a really big, very important upgrade, being able to do slow motions with my camera. Before, what I have to do is, if I want to shoot a slow motion, then I put this camera on my bag and I take the A6300. So, you know, that's quite important. I think for most people, it might worth upgrading. In my case, I might upgrade after Especially when the camera just launched, it usually launched with a high price, and if you wait somewhere around a half year, the price go down, and that's where I'm probably, personally, I choose to upgrade. So it's up to you. You can draw your own conclusions. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the A7R Mark III. Please, if you like this video, share, like, comment, and subscribe.